Today, we're going to break down this loaded college basketball slate, talk through an NHL system play, and let's cash another squad ride. This is Behind the Lines. Disney adults scare the shit out of me. They need to be put on a list. Look, you go on a family trip to Disney every once in a while, once a year, sure. As long as you're not rocking the Mickey Mouse ears and you don't got the satchel with the pins,
you know they've
okay.
all got those, dude.
Yo, Rav, are you buying back in? He says he thinks he's buying back in, which means fades.
Wow.
The Steelers. Again, this system is 100% profitable. Those do not grow on trees, folks. So if you want to get involved, all you got to do is fade a Steelers fan. Find a Steelers fan, number one. Number two, fade them. Cereal is one of the fakest sharp foods you can eat. Big Breakfast has forced cereal down our throats for years, and I'm on to it. If you don't see me on this show tomorrow, you know who did it. It's Big Breakfast. What's going on, chat? Happy BTL Tuesday, episode 838 piece. As always, hold the fry, joined by your two hosts, Krabs and Jovan, presented by Pikkit Sports. If you are not using Pikkit Sports every single day, if you're not checking splits on Pikkit Sports, you would not have seen yesterday on BTL that the Steelers were a public dog. And what do public dogs do? They bite. That's why you use Pikkit Sports every single day. And W intro as well. Find your local Steelers fan. Find the closest Steelers fan to you. Go up to them, ask them what they like in the Steelers game. You fade them, and you make money. It really is that simple sometimes.
Sometimes it is, Krabs.
Yes.
Definitely was that simple last night.
And last night, the Texans mollywopped. Didn't just beat them. They mollywopped Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers. That was never even a contest. Wasn't even close. Wasn't even close.
Just.
Great work. It was good to see an NFL play go through the hoop.
Yeah, it was good.
I'll say it. It was good to see it. Very rare with how the playoffs have gone so far. Good to see the Texans taking care of biz, getting their first road playoff win in franchise history. How about those Texans? We'll talk about the recaps here in a moment. Jovan, great job yesterday. The squad ride was free as ma.
Let's
go.
Dropped. No.
Let's go.
It's beautiful.
W's. Chat, you guys are goated. We already got some subbies flowing. We got Rigged Monkey getting involved, giving out 2 subbies for the peeps. We got Austin Rendies getting involved, dropping a 5-unit sub whale. Let's go, Austin. Atta boy. Appreciate you, Beast. Appreciate you, Beast. You're him. As Goots would say, kind of himmy.
Himmy.
Kind of himmy.
Himmy.
W. Austin. Appreciate the 5-unit sub whale. Heyman Bomb. Oh, boy.
Yeah, Arenado to the Snakes.
Wow.
Arenado anywhere is not a bomb.
Yeah, I mean,
Wow, though.
He's Celtic Shaq.
Wow, though.
Nick's happy.
Big name. Potential future Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Wild. On the move. Okay. We got a hype train moving and grooving, folks. When did Rav become a wine guy? I think Rav has always kind of been a wine guy. He actually brought a bottle of champagne last night, and he brought a bottle of wine. He said, depending on how this game's going to go, is going to decide which one I pick. It was pretty clear early on he was going for the red wine.
You walked in, the second he walked in with the champagne, he said,
Yeah.
First touchdown, I think I'm going to pop it.
Yeah.
They didn't score a touchdown.
No, they didn't score a touchdown the whole game.
Yeah.
Okay. Unbelievable. Again, you find your local Steelers fan. Find the closest Steelers fan to you. You type in Google Maps, closest Steelers fan near me. You find the closest one, you go up to them, you say, what do you like in the Steelers game? And you take the opposite and you make coins. That system is 94%.
Yeah.
94%.
I think we did that pretty religiously this season.
Yeah.
I think, ironically, the one that's in the intro with the Lions is
Yeah.
the only time that didn't work.
I bet. Very contrarian intro then. We got Sade get involved on an 80 stream streak. Sade, you're him. Let's go, Sade.
So you said
We got hella stream streaks. Jesus getting involved with a 95 stream streak. I think someone came in here yesterday with a 95 stream streak.
yes.
Are they going to be the first one to get a 100 stream streak? We'll see. That's very impressive. That means you're showing some serious heart. YouTube chat, let me hear you scream. We got Syrup Sap, 69 Nice. We got In Between the Pipes, Dylan Schneider, Goats. Appreciate you guys. Who else is lurking in the YouTube? How about Sade Whiteman dropping a 10-unit sub whale to get the party started? Atta boy.
The 80 stream streak machine.
Atta boy. We got James Leone getting involved. 20 stream streak. W. James Leone. Appreciate you, Beast. No whack packs. 55 stream streak. A lot of guys in here every single day. Talk about consistency. Talk about heart. Talk about wanting it. These guys want it.
Want it.
It's that simple.
Juiced
These
up.
guys want it, folks.
Juiced up for a good day after a piss weekend.
These guys want it, folks.
Drill
W's.
into the deficit.
Yep. Love it. Goots, you squeaked an under last night, right?
It shouldn't have been a
Squoke.
squeak, but
Correct.
But yes, I did squeak it. I
W
guess that's a
squoke.
good definition. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Really good
Squoke.
squeak from Goose.
And alternative motives worked out very well.
People forget you said the Steelers were going to win.
No, I did. For this very
That's
reason.
called a win-win, Goots.
For this major
Win-win.
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 Yep.
Good work.
How about fucking the middle like that?
Yep. Hype Train level 4. W Hype Train. Appreciate you guys. LMNG doing something positive for once. Write that one down. 15 stream streak. Let's go, LMNG.
Wow, rare.
Very rare.
Super rare.
Austin Pipe. Pete. Boop. I don't know what your name is, but I would appreciate the 95 stream streak. Bang.
Wow. Another 95er.
Thanks for the plays yesterday, fellas.
Another
Austin, bro.
95er.
Are you going to get to 100? That's insane. That's a lot of heart from you, my man. All right, let's keep recapping. Pretty good day yesterday, if I could say so myself. Jovan, get your sweeps up, bro.
Yeah, Krabs brought the broomskis.
Get your sweeps up, brother.
Hashtag thank you, Krabs. In the most Krabs sweep possible. Texans -3 and CJ Stroud touchdown fade.
I should have gotten more. I should have gotten more coins for that. There should be some sort of negative correlation.
Yeah,
there,
negative correlation bump.
Nobody's ever done that ever. Nobody on planet Earth, out of the 8 billion people, out of the 1 billion people who probably place bets, nobody out of those 1 billion had Texans -3 and Stroud less than touchdowns.
Yeah,
That was
not
the
a
only one.
single soul.
Nope. And that's exactly where we want to be. 9-1. They call that a gentleman sweep, folks. Write it down, look it up, Google it. W gentleman sweep. W plays yesterday, Jovan. Just need to see a little bit more out of you.
A little bit more.
A little bit more.
UTRGV needs to be burned.
Worst part is they were up by 10 late and they blew it.
They're up by 15 with, I
Wow.
think, like 4 or 5 minutes left in the
Jeesh.
game. It was the quickest collapse of year.
Jeesh.
That was nuts. Shit play.
Unbelievable. W Big Cheesy. Appreciate the positivity today, bro. How about DJ Lean getting involved with a subby? Let's go, DJ Lean and a boy. I thought we'd see subbies flying all over the place. Nope, it's just DJ Lean and Sade. Shocker.
Goes.
Appreciate you guys. W subbies. Yeah, I thought after we showed that sharp report, we'd get a couple more. But hey, after the shit weekend we had, maybe we haven't earned it yet.
Stack a couple of
That
those.
might be fair.
What if we
Stack a
show
couple of
this,
those.
Krabs?
That might be fair. How about the sharp report four-man? They got no love on the feed last night for some reason. 25 likes, no replies, a 10x that does not grow on trees. How about Jovan doing job with his 2 squares? Keontae George, free. Lane Hudson, free. Aaron Rodgers wasn't running ever. That square got bumped up, didn't matter. And like I said earlier, the Stroud less than touchdowns fade. Pretty impressive that cashed when they covered the game. If I could say so myself. So W sharp report 4-man. We were due to smack one of these puppies. We got it done. Let's run it back tonight.
Do that.
Let's run it back tonight. Hey, why not us? Chat, hope you guys tailed responsibly. As always, I know it's a 10x. It's not a 6x. It's not a 3x. I understand if you're not nuking that. You never should. But a sprinkle on that puppy every day would certainly help the bankroll out. And I would love to get back to a spot where we're cashing one of those a week like we were a couple months ago. We got Ian228488. Favorite guy in the chat here, Ian228488. Awesome night, goats. W. Ian, appreciate you, beast. W. Resup.
Huge dub.
Okay. Anybody else want to get involved? Feel free. Kyle just says, Kansas plus 3.5, Mortal Mega. We'll talk about it. We will talk about that game. Great game. Great slate. Loaded college basketball slate. Is it fair to say it's college basketball slate of the year?
I mean, this one definitely makes more sense than the other 5 you've declared.
This might actually be the college basketball slate of the year.
This one's pretty good.
Pretty good.
This one's pretty good. We got some loaded games.
Pretty good, if I could say so myself. Yep. W slate today. We're going to talk about it. We got so many good games. And I'm very, very excited to break these puppies down. We got, just a loaded slate. Texas A&M at Tennessee. Very excited for that game. Villanova at Providence. Not too excited about that game, but a decent matchup. UVA at Louisville. You get the Liam McNeely revenge game, like you were talking about earlier. Indiana,
Game of year.
who just blew that last game at Michigan State. We got Wisconsin at Minnesota. UConn at Seton Hall. Florida at Oklahoma. Pretty good game as well. Bama at Mississippi State. Oregon at Nebraska. We got Baylor at OK State. Baylor, they just stink, but they're favorites on the road after 3 straight L's. Iowa State at Kansas. And St. Mary's at San Fran for your mid-major delight. Late night tonight. Great slate, And that's just the biggest games. There's plenty of other mid-majors and ball-sack states getting involved. And I want to shout out South Carolina State once again last night for showing just an immense amount of heart.
Insane heart.
Trent could not get over during sweats that we were invested in that game. He didn't care about the outcome, but he cared that we cared. He couldn't believe it.
He loves that shit.
He couldn't believe it. Hilarious. And great game. Don't sleep on the MEAC. Who is his MEAC future? I asked Trent who's winning the MEAC. He said Morgan State.
Yeah,
That's what he said, yes.
Morgan State. So keep that in mind, chat.
Yeah, they're horrid.
Keep that in mind.
I think they got knocked yesterday.
Yep. We got a Spaces for college basketball today. Yep, 5 p.m. Eastern. We're going to run a Crab Trap X Spaces. So you better be there. Don't be square. We got the Big Bat getting involved. The Big 2-0. 20-month resub for Big Bat. You're him. Attaboy.
Goat.
Chat, thoughts on Trent and Rav's new stream? Thoughts on the end of the search stream? Look, I'm happy that Trent is invested. You can see some heart. You can see him glowing a little bit these days. And I think it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing. I'm very excited to see what's to come of this new stream with Trent and Rav. And I'll be watching later this afternoon. I'm excited about it. I think it's reignited his flame, his passion, his heart. And I'm very excited to see the dynamic with him and Rav. So I'm excited for it, to be honest with you. I think the surge stream was great. It ran its course. But, at some point, you got to make a business decision here and you got to move on and do what motivates you, what gets you out of bed. And you got to put the best product out there on the field. So as long as his heart's in it, which I think it is, I'm all good with it personally. Yeah. So very excited to see what comes of the Trent and Rav stream.
Yeah. Might have to, once I get started, run some daily 2v2s.
Ooh. I mean, that's not really fair, but we could do that.
Yeah. We'll pull
that would be like
not fair at all.
That would be like the 2019 Nationals playing my high school team. But we could do it. We could do it if you want. Sure. All right. We just want Trent to win it, man. I think he's winning it right now.
Yeah.
I think he's winning it right now. He's gonna bring
You're starting to get in the place with Surge Stream where he didn't want it. People could tell.
Well, I think he wants it now.
He wants it now.
That's all that matters. That's all that matters. So very excited to watch that stream right after BTL today. You guys better be there and you better be supportive and gas him up a little bit because he's putting some effort in. So W's. Pip, cannot wait to hear your play on the Spaces later today. W's. All right. Why don't we dive right in? King of the board. Let's recap that puppy. Jovan. Again, you're picking my kryptonite here. Smart. You should just pick this every single time.
Yeah, I'm on home court here, so this is a must-win week.
Yep.
That we start.
Yep. Great start here. I mean, I believe Joseph Wool gave up 3 goals. They're close but no cigar, and I think the Leafs won in overtime.
Yeah, they did.
Against the Avs, 4-3. So it got close. They didn't score in the second period, which certainly hurt. And Keontae George was a freebie. I think I already have my square for today.
Really?
Not going to say it.
That's rare.
You guys can go check it out on the graphic on the Bookit BTL X later today, but I'm pretty sure I already have the square. I was labbing it earlier. I felt rushed yesterday. Goots was holding me at gunpoint in GTA, and I fed a cake square. So I'll blame Goots on this one, and I'm coming with a vengeance on a square later today. And you guys can check out the Bookit BTL X pretty much right after BTL or this afternoon for those plays. I'm bouncing back. I didn't hear no bell. All right? W Hype Train, appreciate you guys. Level 4, didn't get to level 5. All good, though. Goots, why don't we dive into the Sharp Report? You ready? W's.
Thanks.
Let's rip it. Plenty of plays to choose from today. My goodness. Plenty of plays to choose from. And I'm starting with a -9.5 favorite. This reminds me of Florida laying some points over the last couple of games. A team to kind of buy low on here. If you can buy low on Tennessee, and I do think you can still, where they're coming off of, 2 losses in their last 3 games. So this is the perfect time. This is probably the only time this season you're going to be able to buy low, quote unquote, buy low, and they're laying 9.5 on 24th ranked Tennessee. This team still has an absolutely loaded roster. Jacoby Gillespie is incredible to watch. If you haven't seen this kid play, he's an absolute bucket. He's averaging close to 20 points per game. And they have a couple other good pieces as well. Nate Aments, this freshman from Manassas, Virginia, should have been a Hokie, but he had bigger aspirations. He's averaging close to 15 points per game as a freshman. So, the Vols have plenty of talent. They have plenty of guys, and they have a pretty good matchup today. That total's moving up. Spread's fat. I feel like when totals are moving up, I typically lean towards the favorites. They opened up at 10.5 coming off a loss. They opened up at 10.5 against Texas A&M, who Jovan is playing some pretty good ball right now, man.
Good ball.
They're low-key on fire. They've won a bunch of games in a row. They're 9-7 against the spread compared to Tennessee, who is 6-10 against the spread. Tennessee's coming off a loss to Florida when they got destroyed 91-67. They beat Texas in between the other loss. I mean, you better beat Texas. That team is dog shit, respectfully. And they lost to Arkansas. So they've lost 2 of their last 3 games. They're not playing their best ball right now after a pretty hot start to the season. Jacoby Gillespie needs to take over this game. Okpara needs to park his ass down low and grab as many boards as he possibly can against a Texas A&M team that's not Mom and Pa's Texas A&M Aggies, right? A little bit different.
Pretty far from that.
Kind of like UVA, where you bring in a new coach and it completely changes everything. This team likes to run a little bit. They're a little quicker, and they rely a little bit more on their offense than their defense, like recent Buzz Williams squads. They're on fire right now. You could say one of their strengths is three-point shooting. Well, they're going to have their hands full against Tennessee, who has a top 20 ranked three-point defense in college basketball. They have not been great of late. Their last 3 games or so, they're averaging closer to 33% from deep. But on the season, they're averaging 29% to opponents, and they're still ranked 19th in the country at three-point defense. That's going to be huge against this Aggies team tonight. And we'll talk a little bit more about this game a little later, but loving Tennessee laying a big old number at home to bounce back after 2 losses in their last 3 against red-hot A&M.
Love that. Shout out to Vols.
Yep.
And I'm also just so nuck. So nuck. This is a fraud run.
They're overperforming.
This is a fraud run.
They're overperforming. All right, what do you got? What are you cooking up over there?
Start with a little team total under, which I love to take against Houston. I think this is the spot for it. West Virginia is coming off of probably their best game of the season, I would say. Upset Kansas, putting up almost 90 points doing it. But they get to face Houston, and the total in the game, I haven't looked at it to see if it's moved, but it was like 128.5. So it's a typical Houston total, and this really isn't a typical Houston team. The defense hasn't been as good as past years, and they're a little different formatted, but they're still just as physical. They're still just as tough of a matchup. And the thing about West Virginia, if you look at how they did it against Kansas, putting up 86 points in a win, first of all, I mean, Hunter Huff did his thing. He always does his thing. He's really their only consistent scorer on that floor. They got some from Tristan Eaglestaff on the bench. Brennan Laureate was the second leading scorer, who is their, 6'9", 4-man, who, if you know anything about Houston, and Kansas, I guess, for that matter. Kansas had Bryson Tiller, who's like the same size on the floor, but
Bryson Tiller. Yeah,
that's his name.
Okay.
He got in a little bit of foul trouble, so then they pretty much played 4 guards in Badunga. Hence why Laureate, who's not an aggressive scorer, had 18 points in the game. You're going to have really a rotation of big man along with the 5 in Tugler, so it's not going to be easy for Laureate. Just like every single time that West Virginia plays Houston, you're going to need Honor Huff to do pretty much everything in this game. They're going to make him uncomfortable. There's a reason why the total's this low. It's not just because Houston, but this is going to be a knuckening, I think, defensively. I don't know if I trust them to cover in this game, because I also think we're looking at a game with 2 teams that are bottom 50 in pace in all of college basketball, so it's going to be low. It's going to be slow, and West Virginia is also considerably less fast and slower than Houston, if you can believe that. But this is going to be a gross game.
Right.
They're not scoring.
No Hunter Huff splooge fest. Total in this game's dropping. This just seems like a defensive slugfest. You don't see totals in the 120s very often. I like to do isolated. I love the play.
Yeah.
I love the play. Jack, guess what I just got? Fresh off the presses.
Is that James?
How about Mr. James? Big game James.
Fresh shipment of James.
Fresh off the presses. Just ordered a case as well. How about Big Game James?
Big Game James.
Yep.
The real Big Game James.
Yep. So excited for baseball. So excited to meet Big Game James. You guys think he's excited to meet me?
That was fastest shipping of the year.
Yeah. Heard a lot of bitching about ordering this jersey. Came in like 2 days.
Yeah. Where'd you get it from?
I believe I got it from Fanatics.
Wow. Since when are they that
W
fast?
Fanatics. Yeah, that's pretty fresh.
Big Game James.
I got a small one to put in the frame to match the Dylan Cruz one that I have, which is also a large. So this will not fit on me. And again, you guys didn't get us 1,500 subs, so I'm not wearing shit to that event. I'm going to look like a normal person when I meet Big Game James. But I did get a James Wood jersey. It's going to look really good in a frame next to Mr. Dylan Cruz, a.k.a. the future, a.k.a. 2 Goats. We're actually going to hang up Dylan Cruz jersey, Joe Theismann jersey, and James Wood jersey, and it's going to look clean as heck. Very excited for that. So, yeah. You guys think James Wood's excited to meet me? Or
Yeah, I think
he knows you're coming, Krabs.
He does know you're coming.
Yeah,
for sure.
he's real excited.
Red numbers, so I got to get a black Sharpie, I guess.
Yep,
Yeah.
definitely.
You think they'll have Sharpies there?
I would bring one just in case, but I'd be surprised if they
probably
didn't.
have anything there.
Yeah,
what's he going to be like? Is he going to be sitting at a table? Is it going to be a line? And you go
I've
up
never
to
been,
him? And
never been to a card show, so I don't know.
wow, Goots.
Yeah, I mean, I've been to a card show, but not one with like a
Guest.
featured guest.
Yeah.
Popping Goots' card show cherry, huh?
Yeah, how about it?
How about it, folks? Hell yeah. Well, I paid about $500 for the jersey and the tickets to be able to meet him and get his autograph. So it'll be worth every penny. That's for sure. Very excited for that. Thank you, Goots, for letting me bum your Amazon account and ordering that jersey. W's. This is a me guy move. I've never made my own Amazon Prime account.
What are you doing?
I've been mooching for years. I mooched off my roommates in college.
So
I'm
just-
typically not a moocher.
Nah.
I'm just your
usually a
latest
moochie.
victim.
I usually let people mooch off of me. It makes me feel good. I like to provide. I'm a provider. But for some reason, in my weird contrarian brain, I've been mooching the most public place to order stuff my entire life. In college, I mooched off my roommates. Out of college, I mooched off one of my buddies. I still have his account. I'm not going to lie to you. I've actually used his account in the last year or so. I don't order a lot off of Amazon, but when I do, it's not on my own account. I don't pay for Prime. No free ads. But yeah, I'm a Amazon moocher.
I'm out.
That's a pretty contrarian move.
Not helping you anymore.
So Goots, if you can't help me and Jovan, you're going to be getting a call. So, I'm in too deep at this point. I can't make my own account.
Me and Goots might have to write up a collab article on Monday about that one.
About you being a me guy.
Me guy of the week.
Me guy
of the
no
week.
prime.
That might be a me guy move.
Krabs.
That might be a me guy move. You're not wrong.
That's probably your biggest me guy move you've ever had.
You're not wrong. Rare handout.
That's an insane handout.
Yep. And now I'm not one of those guys who's like, F Amazon, buy local. I don't give a hoot. It's not about that. It's just I'm in too deep and I'm not making an account at this point. I'm going to try to get my whole life without making an Amazon account.
You
think that's possible?
Like, why?
I don't know, just for the bit.
Nah.
How do you watch Thursday Night Football?
Right now, before I moved down here, I just used my girlfriend's account.
Oh, okay. So she has it. Okay.
It's logged into my TV.
Okay, good.
Yep. Almost got me there, dudes. I was prepared for that one.
No.
We got Pretty Boy dropping a follow. Pretty Boy 1176. Judge would be proud, Krabs. Why would Judge be proud?
It's a me guy move. He's familiar with those.
Oh, that could be why. Sure. Yeah, that might be one of the weirdest things about me is that I don't have my own Amazon Prime account. Okay. Let's move on. I believe it is my turn. Let's talk about Kansas Rock Chalk. Let's talk about Darren Peterson and how, you want to talk about a me guy?
Me guy.
He's also a bucket. He's also probably the number one overall pick in this draft, and he should be getting bigger, faster, stronger, healthier every single game. And this Kansas team certainly needs him to step up. This Kansas team has been pretty fraudulent. The majority of the season, they're 11-5, which is probably one of the worst records that they've had to start a season in recent memory. They've actually dropped 2 of their last 3 games. And Jovan, tonight, they welcome into Allen Fieldhouse the undefeated, absolutely dominant Iowa State Cyclones, who are looking like one of, if not the best team in the country. The Cyclones are damn near unbeatable. And again, we've been doing this song and dance the last couple years. Maybe they don't go undefeated every year, but this Iowa State team covers. They win, they outperform, but at some point, the book's got to get hip. And I feel like this season they kind of have a little bit. They're starting to finally give Iowa State some respect, hence them opening up -4 favorites on the road at Allen Fieldhouse against Kansas, which I've not seen in a long time. I know we didn't see Kansas as an underdog at home under Bill Self for like his entire coaching career up until last season was the first time. I remember that trend.
Yep.
And now since then, he's had a couple. So, stock down on Bill Self, and this one simply means more for the Jayhawks. And I do think they get it done. They look sharp. Everybody's betting Iowa State, and that spread is down to 3.5 now. I'll back the best player on the floor, Darren Peterson, to go out there and absolutely dominate with the total up 8 points. It's not going to be a low-scoring affair. It's not going to be a defensive slugfest. If it was, I'd be more inclined to back the Cyclones or at least stay off. But this spot is simply too sharp. You have an unranked home dog, short home dog, who's playing some pretty shitty ball of late and dropped 2 of their last 3 games against the undefeated Cyclones. Yeah, go ahead and sign me up for Bill Self's Jayhawks. Rock Chalk.
Rock Chalk, Krabs.
Yep. Rocket.
That's just super rare.
Rocket.
How many times do you bet Kansas a year?
I bet them more probably this season than I have ever.
Probably yeah.
Combined. Now, I will say, I did a segment on my TikTok like a couple years ago when Christian Brown won the national championship, and I actually kind of bought into that team. They're pretty good. And I had to drink a beer every time Christian Braun scored, and he went off, and I got hammered. And I had to, like, full cup chug, like, literally 10 beers.
Shout out Remy Martin.
Remy Martin was goated.
Remy Martin.
Although he's way better on the Sun Devils than he was on the Jayhawks. That's for sure.
Yeah,
He got a natty with Kansas, so.
He did. He played better in the playoffs than he did in the regular season.
I was watching that game
Yep.
at a casino with a ticket on the other side. I forget who they were playing.
Wow.
That was bad.
This is perfect. Exactly what we want to see here. JJ Miles says, as a Kansas fan, we are so dead. Perfect. Awesome.
It's a good time to buy in.
Let's buy right in, folks. Buy stock low. But drinking ketchup is acceptable, TM Sharp says. I mean, who the hell drinks ketchup? What are we talking about here? All right, Jovan, you know another straight bet for the peeps?
I do.
Cool.
Take it to Indiana.
Yeah.
Who, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people, yourself included, have PTSD after what happened over the weekend.
Yep.
Just a horrid second half from them against I guess, one of the two Harlem Globetrotters, Nebraska and Miami, Ohio. But Nebraska had them in a box second half. Nebraska didn't miss. Really shit collapse. Now they go on the road against Michigan State, who have sneaky started fading a couple times over the last week or so. And now I faded them last time against Northwestern kind of for the same exact reason, because defensively they're great. Like on paper, and you've seen them in bigger games, even like the game they lost against Duke. I mean, they had North Carolina in a box. They look good against Kentucky, even though that doesn't mean shit now. But if you look like back at their schedule, not the most impressive slate of offenses. And when you watch their defense, the whole cusp of it is ball pressure, create turnovers. Like you want to make havoc. You want to make every shot difficult. You want to make them getting to every look difficult. The reason I think they've looked so good defensively, and again, I'm not saying their defense isn't good, but it looks so good defensively against a lot of these teams. Not a lot of these teams have multiple ball handlers that can handle that pressure. Enter Indiana. You have Lamar Wilkerson. You have Tucker DeVries. Even like Taylor Connerway is a good ball handler, and Connor Enright can do the same thing too. They really play like four guys out of the five on the floor, get whatever big, Sam Alexis, whoever it may be, at the five there. Four guys that I think can handle that pressure pretty well. So, like, I think this is a spot where, sure, they're getting their lick back from, I guess, burning a lot of people over the weekend, but there's not many better teams, I guess, in the Big Ten that I think set up to handle the Michigan State ball pressure than Indiana. So I think this one, their offense can be fine. I don't think they're going to go out and score 90 points or anything in this game, but if there's a game that's low and slow, they want to slow you down, of course. They're not going to let Indiana run in transition as much. They have different guys, again, whether it's DeVries, whether it's Wilkerson, whether it's whoever it may be on any given half-court possession that can create through it. So I think this is a spot where they, once again, keep it close and maybe pull off a little crazy road upset, which Northwestern was. After that first half, I really thought Northwestern was going to do against Michigan State last time out, but same thing as, I guess, Indiana, Nebraska. Blitzed them in the second half, came really close to not covering, shout out. But this one I think is going to get a little closer. This one I think goes down to the buzzer. Last second shot one way or another.
Yep. I'm in. Back in Indiana after that monumental collapse in their last game against Nebraska, when they're about to knock off an undefeated squad and they could not do it. They absolutely blew it. Bet them again the next game. Don't hear no bell. That's called martingale, folks. It's called a responsible martingale.
Hey, I was not involved over the weekend. So the martingale is not for me.
You're lucky because I was, and that was absolute cat shit. So, W play. Love the play here. And W chat as well. Some positive vibes. Positive vibes here from Abuda. You guys crushed last night. Appreciate you, boss.
There we go.
Thanks for holding down the YouTube. Okay? Got one more straight bet for you guys, then we'll get to the prize big squares. Take me to the ice. The Blue Jackets. System play. What else do I need to say? If you fire your coach, you bet on that team the next day, and you make coins 8 times out of 10. It's the best system in sports. It's the only system I religiously take damn near every time, besides maybe one college basketball system. This is up there with the best of the best. Any sport. You bet on the team that fires their coach. They end up being more motivated, more hungry. Just means more in their next game. It's almost like hitting the reset button. So Columbus, who's been struggling a lot of late, they just fired their head coach, and they're laying minus 140. That is absolutely absurd, Jovan. Now I'm seeing them down to minus 135. So a more bettable number here against Calgary coming off a win. It's crazy. The Blue Jackets are coming off a win as well. Didn't matter. They still fired their coach after a win against the Mammoths. So, yeah, Calgary's beaten them the last 2 times they played. We haven't seen Columbus beat this team since November of 2024. So it's been a while since Columbus has knocked off Calgary. They're laying minus 135 after they just fired their coach. Give me a break. Talk about Columbus hitting the reset button. They get it done tonight. System play, love. Don't like, love the Blue Jackets on the ice tonight.
Shout out the Blue Jackets. Dustin Wolf shirt staying in the closet for tonight.
Please.
He will be indeed starting.
Yeah, we're going to need Jet Greaves to absolutely go nuclear in this game. Looks like Dustin Wolf, who's given up 4 goals each in his last 4 games, is up there for 3.5 demon goals. No normal goals allowed square, but Wolf has not been playing his best of late. I think that's pretty fair to say. So,
yeah, for sure.
Maybe a chance here to squeak in another win and another fade against Mr. Wolf. Your guy, and back in Jet Greaves, it's got to be Greaves.
Yeah.
Right? To go out there and hopefully outperform him in net.
Certainties.
Okay?
Certainties.
In between the pipes says Dustin Wolf is overrated. Wow.
I mean, he's not really rated by anybody.
Okay. Cool. All right. You got one more straight bet here for the peeps?
I do.
Awesome.
Fading my own squad. Shout out the Lightning. 10 in a row. Goated. And unfortunate happenings last night. This is the part I go play. I guess that does make a little bit of sense. Braden Point, they lost last night for God knows how long. They sounded a little more optimistic than I guess it seemed initially, but it's wearing a brace on the knee, probably going to be out minimum a couple weeks, if not longer than that. So they're on a back-to-back tonight. So they've been on a little, I guess, road trip for a little bit there in Philly for back-to-back games. Not back-to-back as in days, but they played them twice in 3 or 4 days, and now they're on the actual back-to-back playing at Pittsburgh. And the Penguins, we talked about them because they were on their Lidsanity run of their own for like the last week. Kind of flamed out the last 2 games. They scored 1 goal in those 2 games. They're coming off the shutout. But now you get a Lightning team that, yes, is playing fantastic hockey, and they've done a lot of that, frankly, on the defensive end. Like, they've scored a bunch of goals, but it hasn't really been, if you've watched the Lightning, like the offense is a cheat code, the power play is a cheat code, but defensively, that's the biggest difference, I think, from the start of the year to this. So they've won 10 in a row as a facet of that. I think now that you're on a back-to-back, it's a little tougher to figure out. Not they haven't played without Braden Point before, but you're probably going to slide Cirelli up there. It's not a punt game, but when you're on a road back-to-back with a couple of games or a couple of days before your next game, I believe they play in St. Louis on Friday. This is not the game that I think is too easy to figure out against the Penguins. And it's also a game where, you know, the Penguins have been super aggressive. And again, they've scored 1 goal their last 2 games, but it's not for a lack of trying. Like throughout this whole second stint they've had where they've been super hot themselves, especially on their offensive side of the puck. They're aggressive. They're going to put pucks on Vasi, who I believe is confirmed starting this one. I'd be shocked if they let Jonas go 2 days in a row again. But he's going to be starting. They're going to be aggressive. I think this game screams, I don't even know if you can call it a trap game, but a game where they don't come out, I guess, fully fleshed out like they have for the last 2 weeks on offense. And if they do that and they're playing from behind, don't think that sets up very well.
Yeah, good luck.
Without Braden.
Good luck. Fade your squad.
Yeah.
It'd be a good look. Fading the hottest team in hockey. I'm in. Penguins seem to have the horseshoe up their ass this season as well. Let's hope they do tonight. Okay? Jobs. Love the play. Love the sell jobs. Love your card today. Indiana is a nasty play after that collapse. West Virginia team total under. Sign me up. I mean, give me a break. And Penguins on the ML. Very excited to go over these squares as well. Let's do it. Let's do it. Gootsy. Appreciate you, Beast. A couple squares, fading some goats in CBB. Jovan, it's a different time, different era in Texas A&M basketball. You lose Mr. Buzz Williams, who Mr. Rebuild, right? A guy who loves going places, taking shit teams, back to relevance, and then going somewhere else. The guy just, he can't get enough of it. I don't know what it is. He just can't get comfortable or stay somewhere. I don't know what it is, but he's out. He's back in College Park, and guess who they bring in? They bring in Bucky. Buckyball. 2 words, chat. They bring in Buckyball. Okay, and Buckyball is completely different than what A&M had before, where it's tough, hard-nosed physical basketball. Where you play defense, it's pretty much like putting ice picks in your eyeballs. Was watching Texas A&M under Buzz Williams. Did they win a lot of games? Were they ranked? Yeah, they were pretty good, but they never won in big spots. A&M, let's hope that's the case again tonight. A&M has a brutal matchup against a team that could play a little bit of defense, against a team that is coming off a couple losses of late, a team that's going to be hungrier in the Tennessee Vols. Well, Jovan, you know the best player on this A&M team?
Right now, it's been your guy.
Ruben Dominguez.
Yeah.
Okay, he's leading the team in points. He's been the best player on the courts for the Aggies. Tonight, we're fading him on a completely greened out 3-point square. Like I said before, guys, Tennessee is ranked 19th in the country in opponent 3-point percentage, and that number is only 19. It was actually better because their last 3 games, they've been playing like shit defensively. So they go back home tonight. They lock back in. They clamp. This is one of the few games tonight I actually like the under in, besides your West Virginia. That under in that game, of course. But Ruben Dominguez, he ain't making 3. I don't even think he's making 2. He might not even make 1 3-pointer tonight against this Tennessee Vols perimeter defense that some could call elite. I certainly would. Go ahead and fade Mr. Ruben Dominguez and fade that completely green chart. Love this square, fading the Aggies' best player. Now we get to Jamarcus Lawrence. What a name, what a guy. This kid doesn't even have a picture up on Prize Picks. He's fresh off the presses. This kid was not on Prize Picks the whole season. Well, Jovan, he's coming off a game where he absolutely splooged. You want to take a guess at how many points he scored in this last game, Jovan? They played Indiana in that crazy comeback. You want to take a guess at how many points he had?
What do you have, 30? He
had 27 points. Which is absolutely absurd. So Nebraska, another team that's had a horseshoe up their butt this entire season. If you don't know what that means, you probably think I'm a freak. It means you're lucky as heck. A team that leans on Reek Mask, who's a pretty good player as well. In the Netherlands, Peyton Sanford is pretty good as well. This team has plenty of bodies, plenty of scorers, and Jamarcus Lawrence, who averages closer to 10 points per game, Jovan, is coming off the best game of his career. He's had a pretty weird career arc. He went to Nebraska for 2 years. Didn't do much. He was a bench player, role player. I wouldn't say he was useless, but more like a 5-7 points per game type of guy. Then he goes to Rhode Island. He says, I want to be the guy. Wasn't the guy. Wasn't great. Averaged like 9 points per game there. He said, all right, I'll come on home and come back to Nebraska here. And he's been pretty mid, honestly. He's kind of taken over that role again that he had, the first 2 years there where he's more of a role player. He's certainly not the number one option. Well, in his last game, he was. And he's actually the reason why this team came back and ended up winning that game against Indiana. So if he does that 2 games in a row, I will tip cap. I will charge it to the game. I just don't personally see Jamarcus Lawrence going out there and dropping back-to-back nuclear games, not especially against a defense tonight that I do think will show up and show out. So fading Mr. Jamarcus Lawrence, fading Nebraska tonight should be a good look. I didn't hear no bell. I'll do it again. Have to fade Jamarcus coming off of a career high. The dude doesn't even have a profile picture up on Prize Picks. And he's the first guy that pops up when you type in Nebraska. What does that mean? It means that they want you to click on that, look at his point square, which is the first square that comes up when you type in Nebraska. And you see the guy doesn't even have a profile picture. It just has his name again. And he's coming off of a career high game. Looks pretty free. Fade that square, take the less than, and make some coins against Oregon, a team that might struggle to score at times, but a team that's pretty big, and they could certainly match up with Mr. Lawrence and play a little bit of defense in this game.
That would be beautiful, Krabs.
Yep.
That would just be incredible.
Yep. With you on that. We have not looked at the splits yet, Ralphie. We certainly will look at splits in the Spurs and OKC game, a.k.a. Trent's Booper Bowl.
Game of year.
No shot the Thunder lose 4 games in a row to the Spurs, right?
Oh, they're losing.
Goots POD Spurs. Write it down. Skywalker, you got that? W's.
Goots POD Spurs.
We got Ethan getting involved. Favorite play today is McDavid over 1.5 points. I'm not reading the rest of that because that shit's not hitting. So appreciate you coming in, Ethan. W Stream Streak. You're him. But yeah,
Happy
if you
birthday,
take that
Ethan.
every game, you're probably losing coins. Honestly, you're probably making coins, but way too square for me.
I mean, it's pretty juice.
He had 2 assists
I wonder
last night.
I wonder what the units are on that, because like you're definitely up record wise, but it's usually fat juice.
Fat juice.
Yeah,
fat juice. All right, Jovan, want to hear the sell jobs while I lock in the Sharp Report 4-man. Tell me why Mr. Hunter Huff is going less than his rebounds.
Yeah, Hunter Huff ain't grabbing 3 rebounds. Disgusting play, I guess, if you just look at the chart, because he's got 8 and 7 in his last 2 games. But if you know who Hunter Huff is, and I love fading like low rebound lines for guards against Houston. I think I did that with like some of their non-cons earlier in the year, and I try to do that if I have the opportunity. Hunter Huff is 5'10", 160. So if I went back and watched like all of his rebounds for the last 2 games, because I was curious. It's a weird jump, because you look at a guy who, like, still with those 2 games included, averages like just above 2 rebounds a game. And if you look at all of his games before that, most of them are either 0s or 1s, or like the stray 2 or 3s, but mostly 0s or 1s. He had back-to-back games right before those 2 where he didn't get a single rebound. He doesn't have any contested rebounds. Like, if you look at all of those, the rebounds were one of 2 things. They were insane bounces on 3s where they just kind of fell in his lap, or they kind of cleared the way for him and there's a completely uncontested rebound because they're boxing everybody out. If you know anything about Houston, the thing that's different about those 2 games were against Kansas and Cincinnati. Their guards do not rebound. They're not willing rebounders. They're also a lot smaller. If you talk about Milos Uzan, Emmanuel Sharp, Kingston Flemings, all those guys are 6'4" and above, I think off the top of my head. They're significantly bigger than RF, which is the same you could say about a lot of guards, but they're also incredible rebounders. They're going to box out because that's the crutch of the Houston system. There's not going to be a uncontested rebound unless you get like 1 or 2 crazy bounces from Honor Huff, which I don't think are enough for 3 rebounds in this game. I think you're going to see a lot closer to like what he had against Iowa State, who's a similar defense with not as good rebounding. He didn't sniff a rebound that entire game. So I think this is the perfect spot to fade him. Nasty charts, I'm sure you're in. Gross play.
Yep.
Then we go to the late nights and see Will Richard, who's also a nasty chart. And I remember they played a little bit earlier. I was looking at this game. Blazers played the Warriors in like a cup game that was earlier in the season. In that game, that was one of the games that we were in pissed because Steph Curry went 9 of 17 from 3. That was Raptors.
Insane.
What happened in that game, though, or what's different about that game, Drew Holiday didn't play that game, and Denny Avdia did. Tonight, Denny's out. Drew is in, which means the ball in Steph Curry's hands, obviously, like, they're going to force him out of it. Drew Holiday's a fantastic defender, even though, like, he's probably going to still be on a slight minutes restriction, but he came back and played, I think, enough to affect Steph Curry in this game. That's probably going to be the story tonight, which means I think you're going to see the ball in Draymond Green's hands a lot more today, which means he's also going to pass it to Steph, and they're going to have their action. But I think they're also going to overplay it at times, which means that for the few that are on the court, because Will Richard will be on the court, probably with the starters for a little bit, but mostly with the bench unit. Regardless, like I think they're going to overplay everything at the top a little bit. And they don't have the same luxury with Denny not on the court or some of the bigs not on the court. The corners are going to be open in this game. Will Richard needs to bang one. All of his squares, if you look at him on Prize Picks, are absolutely insane. This is why he's banging one.
I'm in. We're not asking for the world. We're just asking for one.
Just
Mr.
one.
Will Richard for Golden State tonight. God, I typed the square in the college basketball tab earlier today. Called me back. Forgot he was already a pro.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
How about a quad bagel?
Yeah. Just.
I'm in.
Over 3 last 4 games.
I'm in.
Should be a little different.
Quad bagel. The link has been dropped. The lineup has been placed. If we run this back, we're himmy. As Goots would say, we are himmy. We go back-to-back BTL Sharp Report formats. Everybody in the chat says happy birthday, by the way.
That's one bit that has never died somehow, some way.
It's so funny to see new viewers in the chat too. They're like, oh my God, happy birthday, Jovan.
Yeah, people go, holy shit, Jovan, happy birthday.
My birthday is 365 days of the year.
A and W said, what the fuck, happy birthday, Jovan. Your birthday is coming up, though.
Yeah, it's a month from today, exactly.
Oy.
February 13th.
Mark that down, chat. Write that down. Okay, big day. Cade F coming in with a resub. How did I miss this puppy? 35 months.
Hey, Cade.
Greetings, fellas. Greetings, Cade. Appreciate you getting involved, my man. W. Cade. W. Subby. Thinking those were broken for a second. All right. Awesome. Let's move. I would like to check some splits for the games on the Sharp Report. Let's head over to Pikkit. If you guys aren't using Pikkit, figure it out. Can we check out some splits in college basketball first, Gootsy? Maybe we head to the game of the Eon in Kansas. Looks like Anthony Davis is out for several months. I mean, that guy, that dude just never plays.
Yeah.
Ever.
Thanks, Nico Harrison.
Never, ever plays. Wow.
Sheesh.
Okay. Looks like, yeah, there's some bets on Kansas, certainly. We'd hope we'd see a little bit more red here, but Iowa State definitely still technically the favorite. So, all right. Awesome. What about Tennessee? Let's see if Tennessee is public. I'm assuming they are. Yeah, well, the spread's not too public.
Probably a little less than I would have thought.
People are taking the ML. Of course they are. It's a parlay piece, right? But that spread is pretty even.
Yeah.
Looks pretty identical to the Steelers last night, huh? Thanks, Rav. That's a pretty good sign. Who wants to take Tennessee in the spot against Red Hot A&M? Probably nobody.
Not many. It's a lot of points.
Probably nobody. Okay. Dubs. What about Jovan's plays? Can we check out the West Virginia-Houston game and see if people are betting that over? I'd be shocked, but
I'd be stunned.
let's just check it out. I'd be pretty shocked. We saw that, but okay, that's okay, Goots. I know you're a big Bradley Braves fan, but I actually like Bradley on the spread.
Shout out Bradley.
Yeah, people are betting the under. Not really surprised there.
Yeah.
It's a Houston game. People bet unders every time blindly. What about Indiana? Please show me the money, Goots, and let's hope nobody's betting on Indiana after they blew that last game. But I imagine there's not many Indiana bets.
Probably not many.
Probably not many.
Scarred.
Probably not many. I would be absolutely shocked.
Indiana. Sneak tickling.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that play. I'm happy you put that down on the sharper board. Okay? Dubs. Show me the money. There it is.
There it is. Yeah.
W Goots.
That looks like it.
Anybody in the chat remember what movie that's from? Show me the money.
Jerry Maguire, folks.
Goots. God, Gooch just has to be right every time.
Me guys.
Has to beat the chat.
Me guy answer.
No, it's just my favorite movie. I have to say it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
He's a Sun. I'm a Sun Devil, Jerry.
Are you Hootie?
Huh?
Are you Hootie?
No.
You don't even know the quote from the movie? It's your favorite movie?
Are you Hootie?
Yeah, the guy goes up to Cuban Gooding Jr. and goes, "Are you Hootie?"
I don't remember
Like,
every
Hootie and the
single
Blowfish.
quote.
I'll get in the lab.
Who sings in Hootie the Blowfish, Krabs?
It's the country singer. What's his name?
Darius Rucker.
Yeah, Darius Rucker.
Yep.
Yeah, that was the first got to be moment in film. He called Cuba Gooding Jr. Hootie and the Blowfish.
No.
Yep.
No.
Great movie, though, if you guys haven't seen it. All right, let's check out these splits. What are we seeing here? We've got, minimal Hoosiers bets.
A lot of Hoosiers.
Would have hoped to see a little less, but I mean, around 30%. We can move with that. We can groove with that.
Certainly move with that.
Okay. All right. W's chat. Any other big games you want us to check the splits on?
You got a POD in the Bend tonight, or what?
I mean, coming off a really embarrassing bad loss.
Looking at the team they're playing.
I mean,
Your ops.
Oh boy.
I can't say I love it. I can't say I love it.
Yeah. I mean, I'll stand by the same thing I've said a couple of times in a row now. That if there's a team that is just sneak as bad as Miami, Ohio, that people continue to fade when they're sharp and keep being in piss, it's probably Miami.
Yeah, I think Miami's pretty good.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's the team that I want no interest in fading. People
Yeah.
have tried it 10 games in a row at this
They're back.
point. I'm good.
They're back. They got a no-name coach who's got these boys locked in. Malik Ray knows him. This Miami team is very, very good.
Malik
They're very, very good.
is going to rip Carson Tout a new one.
I mean, Malik Ray knows really good at basketball. So,
The Carson
good.
Tout hate, I've had enough of it.
I mean, obviously the spread is, it opens up plus 2.5. The spread certainly screams Notre Dame, but we know they get a little bit more of an edge in South Bend, and I just don't think the books are too respectful of the Miami Hurricanes yet. I don't think they're hip how good this team really is. They look really good to me. So, looks like a fake sharp spot to me. Will I be betting Miami? Hell no. I'll be rooting for the Irish with you.
Truthfully, I mean, Miami was dogs on the road against Wake.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Wake gets crazy line respect at home.
They do, but I mean, so does Notre Dame. So,
Yep.
like, seeing Miami like minus 3.5, 4.5, honestly, kind of surprised. Maybe they're starting to adjust a little bit and give them an extra couple points.
Yeah,
But
I mean, Miami hasn't lost since World War II. So
yeah, that game was only
they're playing good
a week
basketball.
ago.
Yep.
I mean, this team is unbelievably inconsistent. So they can show up and be the Globetrotters.
No
tonight.
Marcus Burton, unfortunately.
Yep, still out.
Which is just a huge L.
Terrible.
Huge L. Jordan Dunn says, Western Michigan, UMass. Talk about a college basketball sicko. W. Jordan Dunn. Appreciate that question. We can check the splits. There might not be much money, but we're happy to check the splits. Also, Pop Watson, VT backup quarterback. He just committed to UMass.
Nah.
Yep. He's from there.
That's just.
Yeah.
I never saw it with him. Never saw the future.
I mean, he played like 10 plays.
Well, I know. He played that whole bowl game too, right? I remember watching that game.
Last year.
Yeah.
Not this season going on right
Last
now,
year.
but last year.
Yeah.
He did. Yeah. He's tiny. He's not that good.
Yeah.
Also, Davy Belfort back in the portal. Dude just goes to a different school every year.
No.
Bless his heart.
No.
Take his guy. Yep, he's on the move. He might join Pop Watson at UMass, to be honest with you. Double A, first time chatter. W, first time chat. He says, Canes ML. I won't talk you off of it, man. They just win every game. Pretty annoying, to be honest with you. Krabs, need your take on Minnesota being 1.5 dogs against Wisco. We'll talk about that here in a second. Looks like everybody's taking the UMass Minutemen against Western Mish. Western Mish is plus 2.5 at home. I would lean Western Mich sitting at 7-9, barely as dogs against 10-7 UMass. Will I play it? No. Do I like it? Yes, I do. Greg Roman out of a job. Bang. Wow, Goots.
Worst coordinator in the league.
Yeah,
Out.
You just hate watch that guy, huh?
I hate Greg Roman.
I don't blame you.
Yep.
I don't blame you one bit. Rumor has it the Commanders are trying to bring in Flores to interview for the DC spot.
Yeah.
They just interviewed the Cardinals guy, Jonathan Gannon, who I would not mind.
Gannon sneak really good DC.
Yeah, I would not
I
mind.
don't know why Flores would go from Vikings DC to Commies DC.
I don't know why he would leave to go anywhere but head coach.
That too. I don't know.
Right?
I don't know if teams are running to give him a head coaching position after the Dolphins debacle. That's probably a little bit why, but I don't know why he would make definitely even not a lateral move to DC.
Yeah, I don't know.
I wouldn't get that, but Gannon
would make a lot of sense.
That would make a lot of sense.
I'd be cool with that.
Even unless they're just done with Cardinals coordinators and coaches.
I'm in on that. I'm in on Gannon. He'd be solid. Okay. See what ends up happening. I mean, obviously I love Flores, but it doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah. I also don't think, he can get an overhaul of that defense, but him trying to blitz heavy with that defense that they have right now would be pretty horrid.
Who's blitzing? We have no edge.
Yeah. I have no edge, no speed. That's probably a Remy fit.
We literally just have duct tape and that's it.
Yeah.
Duct tape D-line and they're on pay.
I like the effort from the Commies though. Shooting for some of the better hires.
Yeah.
Of the offseason.
We have high expectations these days, man.
Dude, if they get Blau OC and DC Gannon,
I'd be in on that.
I'd be so in on that.
Yep.
Those might be, like, as a tandem, probably the best coordinator hires of the offseason.
I'd hope so.
I'll be goated.
I'd hope so. Guys, I need to invest in Jaden Daniels. I need to get a card. We're going to the card show on Saturday. I will be purchasing a card. I would love to get it downtown of JD5. I know those don't grow on trees. Would be shocked if there's one there.
See, the problem, I guess, like, it doesn't matter if he has it, you want it anyway, but they have the new set for this past year that was supposed to come out tomorrow.
Wow.
But they pushed it back like 2 weeks.
Oh, nice.
So I haven't looked at like the checklist.
Like
for that.
it'll be a new downtown?
Yeah. It's like, it's the new, I don't know if he's in it. I would assume he is.
Yeah.
But the whole new set.
I kind of like the one that's already out because it has the Washington Monument in the background.
Yeah.
So I'd probably just cop that one, but maybe I wait a little bit and see if the new one looks cooler. Right? Yeah. That's probably the smart move. Okay.
Yeah, and
it's also like $1,500, so I got to save up for that.
Yeah, it's his rookie, I guess, downtown, so that's probably going to be a lot more than this one would.
Dude, it's the one you looked up on Sweats the other night, wasn't it? It was $1,500, right?
It was around there. It depends on which one you get. And isn't there like different variations of them, Jovan, or no?
Of downtowns?
Yeah.
There's just the one.
Okay.
But there's like different cards. Like,
yeah.
There's a downtown. There's also an uptown. Those are like the JV cheaper version of.
He has. I think he has two downtowns. He has one that's like, in the National Mall Krabs with the cherry blossoms around it. But I think that's the cheaper one. And then there's the one that you're thinking of with the monument.
Okay.
It's also the National Mall, but this one's like it pops a little more with the pink.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, Chad, any advice for the card show on Saturday? Very excited for that. Very excited for that. Let's pull up the splits in the Minnesota game, Goots, because Minnesota looks sharp, right? But do we take our coins and run with Minnesota after they've been pretty good to us? I don't know if I'll be able to stay off. They're coming off a loss. Wisconsin's coming off the biggest win of the season. They beat Michigan 91-88 in their last game. Now, I'm not saying Wisconsin they're not ranked. You know, they're 11-5. They've already dropped some bad losses, bad games this season so far. But Minnesota is certainly the sharp spot. The question really is it too easy? Is it fake sharp? Looking at the splits.
Might be.
Look at all these people betting on Minnesota.
Might be.
That's crazy, man. 67% of bets, 80% of the handle. At least they're bigger bets, but my goodness. That's a lot of money, a lot of bets on Minnesota.
Yeah, it's a lot of them.
Interesting. Do I want to fade Wisconsin blindly in their next game after they just beat the best team in college basketball history? Yeah, I do. But is it scary that it's Minnesota and everybody on the public sees it and they're all betting it? Yeah, also very scary as well. So might end up staying off, but certainly lean Minnesota. What's the price of card ladder? I don't really know what that means, Jackie Moon, but
That's
a free
it's
app.
an app to check.
Oh.
It's not free if you want to scan cards and see it.
Use
Yeah,
Card Ladder to find comps.
Yeah.
Vendors always have higher price.
Like I have it. Like
Yeah.
I'll help you with so you don't ever pay Krabs.
Yeah,
Awesome.
We'll all have that going into the card.
So like they'll be like $2,000 and you pull it up and you're like, actually it's $1,500.
Actually, one sold
like,
2 days ago for $1,500.
They're always going to highball you at the card show. That's the one piece that sucks is you're pretty much paying more than you should no matter what.
So why do people go?
It's a bargain.
Okay.
But it's always going to start off at the very least, or the listed price that's on the box of the card is going to be 1.5 times the actual market price.
Okay.
So you got to talk them down.
Yeah, like the stickers they're gonna have on the cards are not what you should pay.
Is it this green app, Card Ladder?
Yes.
I'm learning, chat. I'm learning. First time chatter, take Kyle Juszczyk receiving yards over. After he just turned into their wide receiver 2
That's
last
probably
game.
going to be a Krabs less than on the card.
I think I'm good. Can y'all talk about Villanova? They're respecting the coin lately. Thanks. Yeah, let's go take a peep at the Villanova splits. Let's see what's going on over there. Villanova is respecting coins. Ooh. Kevin Willard is doing a job.
That could be a good pivot from SBR. They shot like 50% from 3 against Michigan.
Damn.
TT under. Could be your take Minnesota without taking Minnesota play.
Huh. The total on the way down?
Haven't even peeped that total.
It's on the way up. All right. Still like it though, SBR. Could be in the right spot there. Are you taking that SBR? Let me know. You want to spite fade them after they just beat your team, Michigan?
I mean, SBR probably enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Probably likes that. Probably a Wisconsin fan now.
Bill Utley noted. Could be a good fruity combo. All right. Awesome. Looks like people are betting on Nova tonight. Not surprised. Providence has been a little too competitive recently for me to hop in here. Have they been winning? No, but they hung around. Well, I guess the Xavier loss is pretty bad. They almost beat UConn at home, though.
The UConn one, though.
Before that.
That's the one that rings in my head looking at this game.
Yeah.
They just had their punch-up moment where, they took UConn to OT.
I mean, we know this team has voodoo magic powers at home, so I'm not fading them. That's for sure, but am I in a rush to back Providence at home in the spot as short dogs? No, I'm not. Again, it looks like Minnesota to me a little bit, or it could certainly be fake sharp. Minnesota and Providence probably go 1-1 today.
Yeah, I was gonna say one of them probably come through and one of them get destroyed.
Yep. All right. Any other big games we can look at? Let's look at some ranked matchups. We'll save the mid-majors. We'll save the questions for the Crab Trap Spaces later today. All right, so if you guys want to get involved, 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central, I'm going to fire up the Crab Trap Spaces, answer any of your questions, talk about all these mid-majors and all the college basketball games. By the way, Tennessee up to 10.5. Wow, okay.
WCOV.
Check Louisville.
Louisville. Yep,
UVA,
let's go look at Louisville.
Crab's favorite teams.
Let's look at Louisville. I will probably be on Louisville today. Yep, they're a little bit public, not surprised. I'm a little bit worried that UVA is better than the public perceives, but they are ranked 16th right now. And look, this UVA team was not bad for long. So Ryan Odom is him. This team is pretty solid. Louisville has shown that they're human of late, but Louisville is also capable of beating anybody any given night. They can also lose to anybody any given night, and they're still without their best player. So Louisville looks sharp to me, laying 3.5 at home after 3 straight games they didn't cover. They blew that game against Duke when we were on them. They lost to Stanford as -8 favorites. Stanford's actually pretty decent. They get no respect, but they're okay. And that was a pretty bad loss for Louisville. They lost to Notre Dame, sure.
That was the worst game
That's
probably
bad.
in college basketball this year.
Yep, that's bad.
Still W.
Boston College, Louisville beat, but they did not cover. So I like Louisville. I'll probably be on Louisville. Is it my favorite play today? No, but is it a winner? I do think so. Any thoughts on UVA versus Louisville? They are a little public.
Yeah, a little bit. I think they come through, though. If there's like a square, I guess, bounce back spot that I would pick on the card today, it probably would be Louisville.
Okay.
Just I say this all the time with Louisville. Like, if things are going well, there's not a better coach team. There are not many better coach teams out there. The problem is when shit breaks down and they face a matchup where they have to make some sort of adjustments.
Yep.
Can't really make those. Cough, cough, Duke, and a couple other times. Don't think they're going to have to make too much against UVA.
Okay.
Like, they match up pretty well with them across the board.
Okay. Yeah. I'm in. Let's fade the Who's. Let's go SBR.
Others.
Baylor OK State. Excuse me. Sorry. Baylor OK State. Jovan has a play in this game. Jovan's breaking his rule.
I don't think I'm going to do it, but
really,
if you've noticed, and I know you have, but speaking to the chat, every time Baylor is visibly sharp, they're cake. Anytime they're on the opposite side, they tend to come through. What is everybody starting to notice on the feed now? That Oklahoma State is at home flipping to a short favorite. What does that scream? Another sharp play in a Baylor game. This time it doesn't happen to be them. I do not think Baylor is losing this game. Plus, I mean, great tempo up spot. I love taking teams in like a super high total game after they just faced the vaunted defense of, I guess, in the Big 12, there's really only one option, and it's Houston. They just got held under 60 points, but what a better matchup for the guards. They're like the worst rebounding team in college basketball, too, or in power conferences. I saw a tweet the other day.
Yep.
Oak State ain't going to make them pay for that. They're not a team that's going to take advantage of that very much.
Yep. Trent texted me this morning at 9 a.m. 4 plays. He said, I did your work for you today. 4 of the sharpest plays on the slate. Oklahoma State was not on here, but Oklahoma was. Can we go take a peep at those splits? Because I do kind of want to play Oklahoma as much as I hate giving Trent credit here. Sooners. I do kind of want to play the Sooners in this spot. I'm not going to lie to you. I do like the Sooners here, getting 6.5 points. They opened up 4.5-point dogs against Florida, who, let's be real here, this Florida team is a shell of themselves from last season, but they're playing much better of late. They've won 4 of their last 5. They're covering again. And Oklahoma has lost 2 straight games. We know they have some voodoo magic at home as well, a little bit like Providence, and they opened up only 4.5-point dogs. Sure, they're up to +6, 6.5.
Yeah.
Gators are getting all the money. Well, when you look at the splits here, Oklahoma's a little popular on the spreads. Huh. Does this one look too easy?
Maybe. I don't know. And yes, asterisk on that lab work, because we were both talking about what games you'd be on last night where we picked 2K. So you did not do all that lab work, Pax. But I don't know. I would love to take Oklahoma in this game. The problem is, like, Florida is not very good. Call it is. They're a good team, not a great team. Why? Because Boogie Flan sucks. Xavier Lee sucks.
Yeah.
Boogie Flan did just get a haircut, though, and split for points, so maybe he's back. But
okay.
What kind of has never really changed is the bigs.
Yeah.
Condon's fantastic. Tommy Haas coming off a shit game, and he's fantastic. Ruben Chinyulu is fantastic. What does Oklahoma not really have? Any inside presence worth a shit.
Yeah.
Muhammad Wagi is not it. Tay Davis is not it. None of those guys are hanging with any 3 of those guys. Or any one of those 3, I guess I should say.
You're right.
So I'm worried about it. Like, if I'm fading Florida, I want to go into it knowing that Xavier or Boogie or any of the guards, frankly, off the bench or whatever, is going to have to beat me.
Yeah.
It's not the case.
And that's more than fair. On paper, Oklahoma should get absolutely thraxed in this game. Might be fake sharp, especially looking at these splits.
Yeah. Oklahoma might get one. I'm looking at the schedule now. I remember, yes, they have 2 pieces this week of Florida and Bama.
Okay. Maybe if they...
I think they have a much better shot to get Bama at home this weekend. Especially, hopefully, Bama figures it out tonight. I know the line certainly doesn't say so, but they're coming off of back-to-back losses. Horrible one against Texas.
They lose 3 in a row, to be honest.
Yeah, maybe that would be a kind of a nuck spot going into Norman for them on Saturday, but we'll find out. That game has my head in a blender. We can talk about that one too.
Yep.
But
let's go look at those splits in Bama, Mississippi State, because I want to back Josh Hubbard and co in that game. Just like I want to back Oklahoma, though, I'm very, very concerned. Is it too easy? This one looks a little bit sharper for the Bulldogs, and there's some serious line movement down to 4.5. So I think there's a chance this Alabama team is also just not that good. Nate Oates seems like he's pressing. And if he trusted his guys and felt good about his roster, I feel like he would not be as much of a dickhead in these post-game pressers. So I feel like he's kind of stressing here. I don't think he thinks he has a guy like he had over the last couple of years.
He's got a guy.
Well,
Phylon's a guy.
The guy's kind of playing like shit the last couple of games.
Phylon's the guy.
I don't know if he's the guy. We got Prime resubbing. Prime's the guy. That'd be Prime. Does OK State ML tonight? I would love to hear a sell job on that one, Prime.
He goes there.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
that's a joke.
I don't know if you knew that because he transferred.
Yeah, he's gone all over the place.
I will say
I don't hate to play that Prime.
I was looking for any systems in this one because my system is just if Bama's playing in a high-scoring game or somehow high total and somebody shot Tordates that game, take them.
Yeah.
Technically, like you could say Phylon fits that because he had 21 points and he shot like 8 of 17 from the field, over 5 from 3, but wasn't really a guy. I feel like this game, especially because Right Cell is out, he's hurt, missing this game, has to be an Aiden Holloway game.
Yep.
I was looking back at what they did the last couple games because, I mean, I think it was the first of 2 games last year. Miss State was like a favorite in Starkville, and they were like the sharpest play of all time, and I think they beat them in that game.
So,
and then the second game, if I remember off of memory correctly, Bama like had their best offensive performance in the history of Bama basketball against them.
Bama has been thraxing Mississippi State since I was in diapers.
Really?
I don't think Mississippi State's won against them.
Really?
So you're probably probably another SEC team, but last year first game was close, 88-84. That's probably the game you're remembering. Yeah. Bama did cover. Bama was barely a favorite, -1. So that's probably the game you're thinking of.
Yeah.
And then the second game, like you said, Alabama thraxed. 111-73.
Yeah. And in both of those games, they made them. Bama always wants to take a shit ton of threes, but they pack the paint like Ma. And I think a little bit of that is because they have to kind of hide Josh Hubbard because he's fucking small. So like they help a lot when they drive on him. But the problem, I think no right cell in this game hurts them a lot because Aiden Holloway is gonna have to jack up threes. They have guys, but they don't have like the one guy. Like I think they had Youngblood again, if I remember correctly, heat up in one of those 2 games and like just kind of sit in the corn. Aiden Holloway is gonna have to be that guy. I don't know if he's ready to be that guy.
All right.
Last 10 matchups, Mississippi State's 1-9 against Bama.
1-9.
I'm honestly impressed they got one. Nugget there,
from
Goots.
2021, 2025.
That's what I'm talking about, Goots. Nug. Can we look at a couple more? Can we look at Oregon and Nebraska?
Shocked that one didn't get a look on your card.
Oh, it got plenty of looks. Didn't make the final cut, but it got some looks, brother. Oregon. Again, all these dogs, they're like easily spottable, which scares me a little bit. Mississippi State. A monkey could pick out that being a sharp spot. Oregon. Down to 10.5. Not as much, but still in that same bucket. Definitely looks sharp to the public eye. Looks sharp to a square, I guess is my point, where it could be a little too sharp, could be fake sharp. And then another play that falls in that bucket would obviously be the first game we just talked about, Oklahoma. I think falls in that bucket too. So those plays aren't going 3-0. Would I rather be on those dogs than the favorites? Obviously. Okay, but you might be better off just picking one and rolling with all 3 because I'm certainly concerned about all of them covering. Curious on the splits, though. Let's take a peep. Yeah, see, they're getting some bets, man. I think out of all those 3 super sharp dogs we just talked about, I still think I like Mississippi State the best. I do. And I'll probably get to the window with them.
Yeah.
Okay. Prime, appreciate the subbing, my man. Hope you're having a good semester. You better be going to class, at least enough to pass. Okay. I love scrolling on TikTok, and every once in a while, you'll just see a Prime video pull up. He's at like a tailgate hammered, just asking people questions. Prime, keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep doing what you're doing. Let's talk late night. He says late night San Fran Dons. Let's talk about that game, and then we'll take a peep at the NBA.
When he brings that up.
Let's talk about the Dons and the Gales.
I think St. Mary's beats the piss out of them.
Really?
I think this is a nugget.
Wow.
I think the Dons are fake sharp.
Wow. Okay. St. Mary's is on fuego. St. Mary's has been pretty good against the spread this year. San Fran's had a couple bad losses. They have only covered 1 game in their last 5, and that was the last game they played where they smacked Pepperdine on the road. So before that, they were playing like dog shit, the Dons. People forget a lot of their best players last year did transfer, unfortunately. One of their best players transferred to UVA. Malachi Thomas, I believe.
Malik Thomas.
And he's pretty freaking good, and they're certainly missing him. But they still have a couple guys. They have, I'm blanking on his name. They have one dude from last year who's pretty good. It was...
Riley's goated. He's like the only
Riley
guy I trust on that team.
Ryan Beasley's pretty decent as well.
I think he's could double check, but I believe he's hurt.
Okay. That when Riley's him.
Remember, I was going to last time they play look and bet on his squares and see if they had anybody up.
Yep.
Yeah, he's questionable tonight. Out with an ankle injury last game.
Yep.
Don't know if he's playing.
I was watching the WCC preseason conference that they do before the season, trying to get my nugs for these teams. They had Jun Jae Wang on there at the table. Doesn't speak a lick of English.
Had game of Eon last game against Pepperdine.
Wow.
27 points, 7 for 9 from 3.
Only a junior, 6'9" from China.
Yeah.
He has to go home and just be the GOAT. He has to go home and everyone thinks he's literally LeBron James.
Dude, he's probably him.
He's like the next Yao Ming.
Him and Wei Lin are just GOAT.
He is coming off a legacy game, 27 points.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Somebody had to shoot the threes with Ryan Beasley out.
They have a Wang square up. They don't.
Nah,
that's a shame.
It's a real shame.
That's a shame. I wish Prize Picks was dialed and had that Wang square up. Respectfully, we'd be fading it, but pretty cool player, honestly, in CBB and only a junior as well. So the sky's the limit for Wang. Pretty funny name as well. Okay.
Yep.
St. Mary's rolls. Don't fade St. Mary's ever. Keep fading St. Mary's out of your lineups, out of your slips. It just doesn't work.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work. They just cover, they win, man.
They just had their scare too, I would think, against Washington State, where they won, but they're 15.5-point favorites, won by 6.
Okay.
Kind of got blitzed in the second half. Super high scoring game, not very typical of St. Mary's. Feels like a lock in with your D spot.
Yep. Let's take a peep at the NBA. Hearing some people in the chat murmur they want some NBA talk. Seton Hall, UConn. Yeah, I don't know what to make of that game because Seton Hall's overperforming out the wazoo and fading the Huskies barely works. So I'd probably lean Seton Hall. I lean Holloway's boys. They're playing some really good basketball right now, but I don't know if I'll get to the counter. TBD. I lean the Pirates though. Right? Let's look at the NBA. There's one game that matters more. The Goots Bowl. Goots versus Trent Bowl. I was hoping I'd hear more shit talking this morning. Not gonna lie, but
I gave him some last night.
Good.
I don't think he considers me a Spurs fan.
No.
Well,
yeah.
Do you consider yourself a Spurs fan?
Yes.
Yeah, I would. Spurs are dominating the Thunder. They've beaten them the last 3 times they played. Do they make it 4 in a row? Let's check the splits. And people are hip. Look at all those bets on Goots' Spurs. Certainly scares me a little bit, not gonna lie. And with how bad OKC's looked overall over the last month, and they've lost 3 times in a row to the Spurs. They rested some guys their last couple of games. Apparently for this game, Trent was saying, this one simply means more, and they're laying, 8.5 now on the spread. So I would lean the Thunder. Never thought I'd say this, but I would lean the Thunder in this game. Will I play it? I probably would have needed to see it on Jovan's card for me to play this one. But I do like it.
This was first game after maybe the whole Memphis debacle. I probably would have. They had one game in between then where some guys came back and they didn't cover, but they had greatest second half of all time.
They also just
by 12.
Blew a game to the Timberwolves. They're winning the whole game. They blew it.
Who, the Thunder?
The Spurs I'm talking about. Yeah.
I've played them in a bit. But yeah, that was a tough game. Definitely in Thunder and OKC there with you. The rest of the NBA slate, though, is pretty tricky because there's a lot of short favorites, weird lines that are there for a reason. Like the Bucks are -3.5, but that's because Anthony Edwards is out. The Warriors are pretty big favorites, but that's because Denny is out. The Hawks are -3.5 against the Lakers, but that's because it's a back-to-back, and LeBron / whoever else might not play for the Lakers. Pelicans are playing the power of friendship Nuggets without Jokic and some other guys, so like they're super short at home. Kind of looks like a landmine of an NBA slate.
Okay. Yeah, and no Wizards tonight either to fade, so it's a shame. It's a goddamn shame. Any other plays, like your Heat are favorites against the Suns with a better record? D-Book most popular square on Prize Picks. Heat haven't won a game in forever. Is that one we could get to?
Yeah. You're going to drop some luck today.
Okay.
Can add them to the card.
Okay.
Got ref.
That's something I could get involved with. Yeah, we got a little Rab versus Jovan Bowl here.
Yeah. We're second half of Eon against the Thunder.
Keep playing like shit. As favorites at home. Plus, the Suns have covered 1 million games in a row. Plus, Devin Booker, most popular square in the NBA on Prize Picks, probably equals a Heat win. Right? You'd think that equation would pan out.
You would think.
Okay.
Dylan Brooks is going to be guaranteed chucking.
Okay.
I don't even know. He probably has a temp square or something up that we could take. He's going to be chucking.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Brian C. getting involved with the 15-stream streak as well. Dudes, my buddies are talking about the golf trip we do every year, and I think they're trying to finalize the location. My buddy says 90% sure Alabama.
Interesting. They probably have some good golf there.
No, they had golf down there.
Oh, dude, the South? Yeah, the South's underrated. Like Mississippi has a lot of good spots. You should have done Pinehurst.
RTJ in Alabama? Isn't RTJ like a nice course brand?
Yeah. I've never heard of the one in Alabama.
Said 90% sure we're doing RTJ in Bama. I never thought I'd go to Bama.
It stands for Robert Trent Jones.
Yeah, he's a nice like course designer.
Yes.
Anybody in the chat ever been to Bama?
Let me look it up. Looks nice, Krabs.
Okay.
We got it.
Okay.
Did we get it?
Anybody in the chat ever been there? All right. Any other NBA plays, Jovan? Catching your eye? The Pelicans look sharp on paper, but they have nobody playing. Right?
Yeah, the Nuggets.
The Nuggets, yes. Kind of reminds me of the Pacers last night, where the Pacers almost looked too sharp, and they still came through. Covered that game, I believe, when Celtics were very banged up. Jaylen Brown didn't play, and Pacers were short dogs with the shit record and a team that people give a little more respect to than how they've been playing. They still came through and covered. The Pelicans kind of remind me of that tonight.
Yeah.
Not going to lie.
I will say if there's any, I guess not team that looks sharp that I guess would come through, but I guess the opposite. If there's any one of these obvious looking situations that kind of screams fade, it's got to be the Lakers. Lost 3 in a row. Last night, I forget what Luka ended with, but it was 40+. Still lost by double digits to the fucking Kings. And now you're going to be on a back-to-back, probably with no LeBron, maybe more. God knows who's going to be playing in that game. That's probably the circle your wagons and get gross spot, if I had to say.
Okay. Still the Lakers, though, so probably good, but
it is the Lakers.
Division.
Yeah. Hawks have sneakily won, I think, 3 in a row since the trade.
Hilarious. That's a trend we should have been hopping on here, or a system we should have been hopping on.
Yeah.
Knowing that was coming. They're almost back to 500.
Yeah.
Jeez. Okay.
They're hanging around a little bit.
All right. Well, chat. That's plenty of NBA for today. Any other plays on the ice really quick? Really quick. Anything you missed on the ice that you need to tell the people about?
No.
Okay.
I think we got them.
All right. Damn, the Stars won last night. We should have been on them. Darn.
Yeah, I guess that's the only one that I would think about is fading the Stars.
Taking the Ducks, right? On a back-to-back against, or fading the Stars on a back-to-back and taking the Ducks at home.
Yes. And I can double-check to make sure this was the last game, but I believe the Stars' best offensive output of the entire season was the first game against the Ducks.
Brian C., you got some connects down there, bro?
I got to go out with Brian C. Jeez. The courses that who said that? Oh, Big Cheesy.
What do you say?
Big Cheesy, and I only play Pebble, Olympic Club, and Spyglass.
What?
Nah.
Like dog.
Nah.
I got to go out with you,
nice,
brother.
Big Cheesy.
Yeah.
Nah.
Can I fly out to you, brother?
Goodness. All right.
But yeah, just to confirm that. Not first game against the Ducks, but the last game, like 2 weeks ago, 8-3 Stars.
Wow.
That kind of started the whole debacle for the Ducks.
Okay.
They won a game after that, but since then, that is 3, 6, 9 straight losses for the Ducks.
Wow.
Yeah. It's really bad.
Might have to add the Ducks to the car for tonight.
Yeah, it's the Krabs play for sure.
All right. Awesome. W stream today. Let's go ahead and wrap this up, Goots. We got one more important part of our day today on stream. And guys, remember, we have a Crab Trap Spaces tonight, 5 p.m. I don't think there's a Sweats tonight, but there is a Trent and Rav stream right after this. So I don't want to hear no bitching. Be positive. Gas them up when they start it up. Very excited for that right after this. So stick around. Go nowhere. Cancel your plans. Put a fake meeting on your work calendar because Trent and Rav are streaming right after this. Goots, do me a favor. Run that shit. I'm trying to see that train. All right. W bounced back yesterday. Still nothing to write home about tomorrow, Pa. Still not good enough for the year. 3-4 in January, 3-4 in 2026. God, I cannot believe we're already in 2026. I'm getting old as shit. Goots, one day you'll get to my age, you'll understand. Jovan, where do we start, my man? For some reason, I am just absolutely loving Tennessee.
Really?
Absolutely loving Tennessee.
The Vols, I'm in.
Falling in love with them. Let's see what the consensus is out here for the spread. I think I'm seeing some pretty consensus 10.5s or really juicy 9.5. So we'll go ahead and take the worst line because that's what we do on here. We don't cheese you guys. We don't give you guys fake lines. We don't bullshit you. Let's take the Vols minus 10.5. And again, I think it's not going to matter. They either win by 25 or they lose outright. So go ahead and lay it with the spreads. Minus 10.5 for Tennessee. Jovan, favorite play on your card today?
Hoosiers.
Okay, I'm in. Let me do a Kyle use check on the odds there. Looks like they are still plus 7.5. Seeing a couple sevens popping up. But majority 7.5s. So we'll go ahead and go with 7.5 there. But if you have 7, I think that's totally fine. Again, I think there's a pretty good chance Indiana makes that game really weird.
Yeah.
I'll leave it at that. Can we put your West Virginia team total under in here? Or would you rather have the Penguins?
No, I would love to put West Virginia team
total. So would I, Jovan. After a great day yesterday, almost as good as me. Let's lead on your plays today and take West Virginia team total under. Now, do we put the system play in here on the ice? Do we put the Jayhawks in here? What are you feeling? What are you eyeing?
Feeling in the plums.
What are your guts telling you about the Blue Jackets? Coaches fired system play. And what are your guts telling you about Kansas plus 3.5 at home?
I will say, I like the Kansas play. It just doesn't feel right with you taking plus chick Bill Self in the fog.
Okay.
Might have to go system play CBB.
Okay. I'm in. We'll see if the chat wants to lay juice. We got 4 great options for you guys. 3 college basketball, 1 hockey, down to diversify there as well. Guys, 4 plays, 4 winners, 5 minutes to get your votes in. 4 plays, 4 winners, 5 minutes to get your votes in. Goots is grinding over there. Those keys are on fire over there. I can see some smoke coming off this puppies. W Goots, appreciate you, my man. Great job today. And Squad Ride poll should be up. The links are in the chat. W Chat, W Goots, W Jovan, WBTL. W Squad Ride. Can we cash a Squad Ride tonight? Click on the button that makes your tummy hurt. Click on the button that's the play that you're like, that is so gross. It's hitting. Click the button of the play, not your favorite sport, not the best time for you to watch, not the biggest game. Click on the play that you hate the most that you know is turning green in your sack. It's that simple, folks.
Listen to the sack.
That's what you guys did yesterday. You took that nasty NBA team total, and Jovan, what happened?
They sploosh.
2 words, free as ma. Could not have been freer. Great play. W play as well. And I really appreciate you guys clicking the right buttons yesterday. Do not get complacent. Do not get fat. Do not get happy. Stay locked in and click the button of the play, honestly, that you probably want to take the least. Click the button of the play that is disgusting. It makes you want to throw up when you think about locking it in. That's the play we want. Is it the coaches fired system with the Blue Jackets ML? Is it West Virginia team total under 57.5? Is it Indiana coming off a terrible blown out? Or is it the Vols laying 10.5 against a good team after 2 losses in their last 3? Either way, you're taking a nasty play. I think out of all 4 of those, and that's the exact spot we want to be in, Jovan.
Exactly where we want to be.
Would not have it any other way. A couple other plays we liked that we talked about. I mean, I got to figure out which dogs I'm backing in CBB, and that's something for the Crab Chap Spaces later today as well, where there's too many dogs barking today. They're not all going to come home, unfortunately. A couple are going to be astray, and they're not all going to cash. You got to pick your spots, right? Can't just take every sharp dog. If you do, you might not always win, right? The Heat might have to get played. The Ducks might have to get played on the ice. Those are a couple plays that stood out to me.
Yeah, there's some nasty ones for you.
Thunder might get played as well. Who knows?
Yeah.
Right? Depends on how bad Trent wants it. See how much energy he has on his stream today. If he gasses it up, if he's really that confident, might have to tail.
Chat, disregard that. Didn't mean to send that.
Might have to tail.
Not over yet.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Chat, get those votes in. Hurry up. Go, go, go. Get those votes in. Hurry up. Go, go, go. Do me a favor, guys. Do not be a me guy. Do not be a Fernando Mendoza. Okay? Do not be DJ Metcalf. Okay? Do not be Aaron Judge. Do not be a me guy. Don't just sit there and say, I'm not listening to Krabs. F him, man. I'm not clicking on that link. I'm not pushing a button. I'm not taking 3 seconds out of my day to get involved on the poll. Don't be that guy. That guy is never going anywhere. Okay? Be a team player. Be a glue guy. Help out the squad. Get those votes in. I want to see 200 votes. 200 votes. Don't be a DK Metcalf. Okay? I'm not asking for the world. Come on now. I know Laced is that guy. Laced goes, I don't want to click. I don't want to move my hand and go and click a button and then click it again. What play I like the best. Brother, could you be more lazy? Let's leave that in 2025. Let's go out and attack the day today. Go out and attack the day. Change your life. It starts right now in the Squad Ride poll. Okay? Two-Headed Drewski says, I'm going to be a me guy. Krabs just told me last night he doesn't care if I tell him or not. Couldn't care less about you, Two-Headed Drewski. But I hope you cash tonight, and I hope you vote. Hope you get involved. Hope you get involved. I'm not losing sleep over if Two-Headed Drewski tells my plays or not. I'll say it. I'm not.
Simply
I'm
not.
not. He's not even subbed. If you're subbed up, I might give a hoot. Not even subbed, and he's a ban-evader, which means he was banned for talking shit in the chat and made a new account. So, yeah, Two-Headed Drewski, I couldn't give 2 hoots. I don't give a singular hoot.
Not 1 hoot.
Not even 1.
0.5 hoots?
About Two-Headed Drewski tailing. I care about Prime, who subbed. I care about Kate F. I care about the Big Bad. I care about Ian. 228488. I care about DJ Lean. I obviously care about Sade Whiteman, my goat. I care about the goats that care about me. I care about the goats that are subbed up to the community. I care about the team players. God, LMNG in here still unsubbed up as well. Give me a break, LMNG. You're better than that.
My God.
Figure it out. Figure it out.
Good golly.
Unbelievable. Chat, stick around. We do have Trent and Rav firing up a stream right after this. Goots, do we have a squad ride?
It's Toit. Give me a second. It's ending.
Right. It's Toit. Rafi, appreciate you as well. Holding down the YouTube chat, bringing the energy. As soon as you know, Goots, let us know. We got Codes Evan getting involved as well. Broncos soon to be Super Bowl champs. W Codes Evan, W Subby, L Future. But probably a fan of the team, so good luck. Okay? What do we got, Gootsy? Show me the money. We're going to have to watch
Indiana.
Indiana. Wow, nasty. I'm in.
Fire up Snowman.
All right, Snowman. On easy mode. Seems to be your year. Let's cash together tonight. Rare collab with Snowman here. Okay.
Super rare.
W Chat, we appreciate you guys. Stick around for Trent's stream. We'll catch you on the Crab Trap Spaces later today.